Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Today is Tuesday, the 9th day of March. Today is National Barbie Day.
I loved Barbies.
Yeah, you had how many Barbies
Oh
growing
my
up?
gosh,
Bunch?
so many.
National Crab Meat Day. Ooh, I love crab meat.
Yeah, you do.
I actually do. National Get Over It Day. So, hey, get over it. And National Meatball Day. Ooh, I love meatballs, too.
I really don't.
Really?
That's not no.
What don't you like about a good old meatball?
I don't know.
I like meatballs. Like, there's kind of like a mushroom sauce. That's really good with meatballs. And then I've had them like in barbecue sauce. That's really good. Had them with spaghetti. Every meatball I've ever had, I've really kind of enjoyed it. So, I don't know. I'm a fan of meatballs. Speaking of meatballs, we got this meatball coming in a little bit as well. We're going to talk with Charlie for
Yeah, we
Tuesdays with
are.
Charlie. Okay, he's not a meatball. He's a lot of fun.
He's a meatball.
He's a good meatball. It's all coming your way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Researchers at Texas A&M found people who live in urban areas are more likely to follow social distancing guidelines than people who live in rural areas. They say people who live in cities wear masks because they have more reminders that there are germs out there, and because they're closer together, and because there's a better chance that they're going to
Right, if you're in a rural area, there's
if you
not
don't-
a ton of people around. There's not a lot of reason to wear a
Exactly.
mask.
You don't. So there you go.
Kind of common sense.
Well, you would
really.
think. National Peanut Butter Day. So that is, I don't know, is that today? I don't know when that is.
I love peanut butter.
A one poll study examined peanut butter preferences of 2,000 Americans. And they say those who enjoy chunky kind of have a cheerier outlook on life. 63% who prefer crunchy peanut butter describe themselves as optimists, compared to 56% of those who prefer creamy peanut butter. So, Heidi, if you have to choose, peanut butter, crunchy or creamy?
Creamy.
I'm more of a chunky guy.
You are not.
I am too. I like crunch, but you never get it.
Well, no, because
You don't like it.
it's sacrilegious. You should only have creamy.
Smooth. If you're getting peanut butter, get smooth. It's our
Ryan Regan.
favorite comedian. There you go. It's surveys and studies and such. Brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. A damaging new police report says a state representative smelled of alcohol during a drunken driving arrest and told them she was going to, quote, be the next governor. The 52-year-old lawmaker was arrested after police saw her driving in the wrong direction in the center lane of a one-way street. In the report, the officer who made the initial stop said that the young lady slurred her speech and appeared intoxicated. He said, I could smell the odor of alcoholic beverages emitting from her breath and the interior of the vehicle. Honolulu Police Sergeant Adam Lipka said another officer had raised her voice with them. Another officer had said that, rather.
Right.
Third officer said she began asking, do you know who I am?
Yeah, that always works out well.
And she said, I'm going to be the next governor.
Probably not now.
I don't think this is probably going to help.
No.
So she refused to take a field sobriety test.
And that's not going to stop anything.
Her attorney says that her client has fully accepted responsibility for her conduct. It's a bad idea. That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Spider-Man star Tom Holland revealed that the title of the next film is called, dun dun dun, Spider-Man No Way Home. What are you laughing about?
It's called Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man No Way Home. You missed the second half. You're busy laughing over there.
I know, it just got me off guard.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Okay. Well, a new
Aren't
documentary.
they all called Spider-Man?
No, but they all have a second title. It's something else. Otherwise, if they just said No Way Home, you wouldn't know that Spider-Man's in it. They got to put that. A new documentary about the late rapper Biggie Smalls is on Netflix. Biggie was tragically gunned down in California 16 days before the release of his second album in 1997. And my name is John Small. My nickname has been Big John Small for years, and I've had several people I've worked with who referred to me as Biggie Smalls.
Yes, they
And it's always
did.
funny because, like, if we're at a place where people don't know who I am, like we're just at a restaurant and they're like, "Hey, Biggie Smalls," and then people are looking at me like, you look nothing like Biggie Smalls. So, anyway, sorry about that. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RedCrossBlood.org. A steakhouse in New York City is responding to the indoor dining capacity limits by filling their empty tables with celebrity wax figures. That's a good idea.
Wow.
So instead of just taping them off, because I've seen places where they have like the booth like marked off and can't sit here or whatever. If they put some little mannequins in there, it makes it feel like there's people. I don't know. Maybe that's
Yeah,
Is that weird?
I think it's kind of lame.
Maybe
but-
that's weird. I don't know. Let's see. NYPD testing an AI-powered robot dog. They say the dog can run 3.5 miles per hour and the dog can climb stairs.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe to go into a situation where they need someone to go in that's a robot dog. I don't know.
None of this makes any sense to me, but
I'm sure they have
whatever.
their reasons, Heidi.
I'm sure they do.
Sure they do. The trouble with kids these days may be the parents. 1 in 5 U.S. teens say they live, quote, hands-off adults who seldom set rules and do little to monitor their behavior. So it's like the kids are going, well, I would behave, but my parents don't make me.
Yeah,
So-
that is heartbreaking.
Yeah, researchers from Columbia University claim that the hands-off teens are 4 times more likely to smoke and drink and use drugs than teens with hands-on parents. Mm-hmm. The message is loud and clear, according to the study, and it says that moms and dads should be parents to their kids, not pals to the kids. Hands-off parenting puts their kids at risk by failing to monitor their activities or academic performance, and failing to restrict TV, internet use, and gaming, and failing to warn their kids against the use of drugs. It all turns into very bad things.
Right.
Researchers estimate more than 60% of U.S. teens live in hands-off households. So over half
Wow.
are in environments where, they don't have that influence. In Germany, a man broke into a prison. You might wonder, why would you break into prison?
Was he
Do you have any guess?
smuggling in drugs?
That's not it. Want to guess again?
Had he already broken out and was trying to get back before
No.
he got caught?
He was going to see his girlfriend. Man scaled a 10. Yeah, seriously, in Germany.
Hey, baby.
He did. A man scaled a 10-foot fence, dodged surveillance cameras, used a key that he made from a spoon to break into a low-security facility. And it was not his first time doing this. The man has been breaking into the jail for nearly a month so he can connect with his girlfriend.
So apparently no conjugal visits at that particular prison?
He's making his own conjugal visits. Go check this out. And one last story. Thinking about adding a new member to the family, scientists at Boston University say couples tend to achieve conception at a quicker rate during fall and early winter. All in all, couples in the U.S. are more likely to start trying for a baby in September. They actually have better odds of conceiving a few months later, November and December. So,
Okay.
I don't know why that is, but now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's insurancechicken.com.
Time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
I don't need to use a phone. He's sitting right here. You notice how I goofed up? I said the phone thing and then I stumbled because I'm like,
We understand.
You got some good stuff for us today, Charlie?
I don't know how good it is, but we're on a roll.
Stuff.
I got stuff.
All right, what do we have today?
You know, this actually should be one of them in case you care stuff, but we're going to start with it.
Okay.
Kangaroos can't walk backwards.
No kidding. Huh. That's pretty cool.
Now, who gives a rat's butt about that?
Right.
Well,
But the kangaroos probably do. Hey, then in the 90s, the average supermarket had 9,000 products on the shelves.
9,000.
That was back in the 90s. Today, there are around 40,000 products.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew that would probably be higher. Because it seems like now you can't have one brand of anything. You need 9 brands of everything.
Yeah.
Then I have to stand there and try to figure out, okay, which one do I
You have
get?
to do grocery store math.
I'm not good at that. I should have paid attention.
Well, you don't need to because I just told you.
I know how many items. I'm saying, which one should I buy?
Buy them all. Hey, then, did you know that every piece of plastic ever made still exists?
Really?
Oh.
Well, I suppose if they grind it up and recycle it, that plastic still exists. So yeah, that's
exists, yeah.
true. Because they'll recycle plastic. They like grind it up and melt it down and reuse it, but that plastic, still exists. It doesn't
Yeah,
it doesn't go anywhere.
That's crazy.
And that watch that waste management thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you make out of plastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of stuff.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I could go on forever and tell you, but I can't remember. So
Can't remember a single one.
it would be forever.
I go on for a matter of seconds.
Hey, then, do you know what a wood frog is?
A wood
No,
frog. I'm
I've
guessing
never
it's a
heard of a
frog
wood
that lives in the
frog.
woods.
Yeah, it can hold its pee for up to 6 to 8 months.
No kidding.
Wow.
I am not a wood frog. Charlie is definitely not a wood
I'm
frog.
not a wood frog. I think like 6, 8 minutes.
I was going to just say the same thing. Yeah, 6 to 8 minutes maybe.
The village of Dull,
Okay.
which is in Scotland, is a sister community with the U.S. town of Boring.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Oh.
Dull and boring.
Huh.
So I wonder if they have anything exciting to do in either of those places.
Probably not.
Good thing they're both across the pond from each other because that's a long ways.
Where's the one? Dull, Scotland.
Dull, Scotland, and Boring is in the U.S.
Okay, just checking.
Thought I didn't know that, didn't you? Hey, then I got one last thing here for you.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to apply, see if I can work for these people. Jack Daniels.
All right.
Okay.
Their employees get a free bottle of booze on the first payday of each month.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a good idea, I suppose. If they're
That's a great idea.
yeah. Hey, we could do that for Charlie. Every time we give him a paycheck, we should give him a bottle of booze.
Yeah.
Well, I'd die of
Every paycheck,
thirst.
You get a bottle of booze.
I'd die of thirst.
I've been around you guys. I'm still waiting for my first paycheck.
So am I. I understand.
You know how that works.
All right. Is that everything you have for us?
That's
wow.
enough.
That's
That's
plenty.
enough.
That is plenty. All right. I got a question for you here.
Okay.
During a 24-hour period, the average human... I cut off the rest of this.
28.
We'll go through 4,800. That's all I have. Well, let's not use that one.
I was pretty close then.
You were real close. I don't know what it was. I copy and paste things, and then sometimes I miss. So there we go. How about this one? Worldwide, how many billion bottles per year are used just for bottled water? Every year, how many bottled water bottles are
How
made?
many billion?
What do you think, Charlie?
I'm thinking you're probably pushing close to 1 trillion.
Yeah, you guys kind of split the difference. 210 billion. So
What do you
it's
mean
more
we
than a
split
billion.
the difference?
I didn't even
Fluff
give
didn't
an
even
answer.
say anything.
You said a billion.
No, she
I
didn't.
said over a billion. I said how many billions?
Oh, I see. I don't know.
Once again I win.
And I'm going to give the credit to Charlie.
There we go.
He was closer than Heidi. So, all right. Well, Charlie, thanks for coming in, man.
I've been here for 3 weeks.
We do have him chained to the chair now. So, all right. We'll talk to you again next week, Charlie.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Hi, Dad.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program called Tuesdays with Charlie.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
March is National Peanut Butter Month. We talked about that a little bit ago on the program here. And Americans eat about 700 million pounds of peanut butter every single year.
That's a lot of peanut butter.
That is a lot of peanut butter. And for those of you who were listening earlier, you know Heidi likes her peanut butter smooth. And I like my peanut butter, however Heidi gives it to me, which is smooth. I like crunchy peanut butter, but I have not had it in 21 years. So,
you do have a car. You do have a debit card. You can buy yourself crunchy
I can go
peanut
buy my
butter.
own. So you won't even...
I have never been told that you prefer chunky peanut butter. We've been married 21 years.
Look at me. I'm a chunky guy. Of course I like chunky peanut butter.
Just
All right.
found this out today. That's all I'm saying.
Fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, Pakistan. Pakistan has unveiled their new rollerblading police squad. It's kind of an interesting idea. Funny thing is, online, somebody posted right after, they posted the story, and right afterwards, somebody said, this will keep the crooks in line.
Oh, wow, that's stupid.
Inline skates.
But here's what's really sad about that.
What's that?
With as much of a hard time as people give the cops that are on just bicycles, can you imagine?
Well, but I bet they'll be able to catch
the
people.
hassle.
Unless they get into the grass. Well, now you're in trouble. Because if you're rollerblading, you better hope the crooks just run down the sidewalk. Because I think that's going to be a toughie. I don't know. Maybe they have a lot of sidewalks there. It's from Pakistan. It's a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A 12-year-old Florida girl is facing criminal charges after she admitted to selling stun guns to classmates. She's 12.
Oh, my goodness.
Investigators say a staff member at Coleman Middle School in Tampa alerted administrators that the pupils had reported a female student possessing a stun gun on campus. In response to the tips, a resource officer removed the young suspect from class, questioned her about the weapons. She said, yeah, I bought 5 of them online. I brought them to school and I started selling them to other kids.
Wow.
She sold 3 of the 5. They're seeking to retrieve those stun guns, by the way. The girl whose name is not being released because, well, she's 12. She was found in possession of 2 stun guns manufactured. Well, it's got the name of the company. I'm not going to put any of that on there. Anyway, I'm not even going to put the price on there because it's pretty reasonable. I don't want anyone else doing this. I'm just saying.
It's pretty reasonable.
It was a bad idea. That's what I meant to say. She got herself in a bit of trouble, so she'll likely be released into the custody of a parent, though. Bad idea. It's very weird. It's today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by redcrossblood.org. A skateboarding champion has been busted for allegedly throwing a party in L.A. Could have been a possible COVID super spreader event. A 4-time world skateboarding champion and an owner of a residence in Fairfax District held a party last month with at least 40 people. They were shut down by the police for noise complaint. After that, they got in more trouble. The mayor had ordered the L.A. Department of Water and Power to shut off electric service to the home. The gathering came as new cases were spiking and it became a hotspot. These two were both hit with misdemeanor charges of creating a nuisance. Officials previously had shut down other events at the same home in September. And the following month, they had violated the mayor's order banning large gatherings. So they've done this repeatedly.
Right.
It says, during this crisis, my office has held those individuals and businesses who have had large indoor gatherings, violating important public health and safety orders, held them accountable, said the city attorney. So I've got a link to the story. It's just very weird. That's why it's today's moment of da.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. I'm going to get my golf clap hands ready for Heidi over here.
we
Let's see if
go.
you get this right. Heidi, Highland Falls, Las Vegas, Nevada. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
Highland Falls?
Falls.
I will say it's a rehab center.
And
Woo!
golf clap for Heidi. Yeah, good job. It is. Highland Falls is a rehab center. That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com, and I love this story. Principal fixes insecure student's haircut to get him back to class. I love this. Middle school principal in Indianapolis is being praised for helping an insecure student after an 8th grader refused to take off his hat in class. Jason Smith is the principal, Stonebrook Intermediate and Middle School, Warren Township, Indiana. An 8th grade student ended up in his office because he refused to take off his hat. He said, I sat down with him and said, why don't you want to take off your hat? And he said he just got his hair cut and he didn't like the way it looked.
Okay.
He thought the hairline looked a little funny. So he said, I offered to cut this student's hair if he agreed to go back to class. And there's a photo of him. He's got the razor, like the little clippers and everything. And he's trimming the hairline, making it look good, sitting right there in the principal's office.
How crazy is that?
That's really cool.
First of all, the principal happened to have clippers in
I'm looking
in the
here.
room.
He's got no hair, so you can tell that he shaves his own head. So that's probably
Okay.
why. He says on this, I'll read the story. It says, I've been cutting hair most of my life. I played college basketball and cut my teammates' hair before games. I've been cutting my son's hair for 17 years. So I had the professional clippers and edgers at home. So I just said, I'll go home and get my clippers and line you
Okay, that
up.
makes a little more sense.
If I line you up, will you go back to class? And he said, I will. He's being praised by many online after this story and the photo went on Facebook. And it's really kind of a cool story.
That's really sweet. What a nice
and this
guy.
young boy who wanted to wear his hat in school because he's like, I don't like the way my hair looks. Have you ever
Right.
done that? Have you ever had a haircut that you're like, can I just...
Oh, yes.
The good news for me with what we do, for the most part, people never see me. You know, it's like we're in this room, so you see me.
And I have no problems with that, honestly. That's kind of my favorite part of the job.
Oh, yeah, and that's good. And I've had people say, why don't you guys have a webcam? I'm like, because nobody's going to make me.
Trust
That's why
me.
I don't want a webcam. I might not even be wearing a shirt
You
right now. You
don't even
know.
want a webcam.
Anyway, it's a cool story. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.